We've got that, come shade or shine till the end of time. Fight, laugh or cry, let's die. Hands twice tied, yours over mine, let's try. Though I've never been a rugby type of guy like you.
Hey, what's cracking? It's your boy Lucretius. Just want to send a big shout out to the Weekend Turn Up and to Sports Scene for having us. Let's go.
That I see when I reach for the sky and I scream, Lord save me. Arms are my safety, you partially raise me and
My
made
first two names are Lucretius and Aurelius. People never believe me when I tell them this because they sound like movie characters, but my dad is the culprit, yeah. So he named me after two philosophers. The first one being Lucretius, evidently, and the second one being Aurelius, right? Lucretius was Greek, and his name means Latin, or my name now. And then Aurelius was Roman, and his name means golden. So my second name means golden now. So together, they mean wealthy golden. Lucretius Aurelius.
all the battles in court. Demons will leave in the past. Basketball courts where your
Lucretius is from Zimbabwe. I was born there in 2001, but I was raised in South Africa from grade 4. Yeah. So being from Zim, it's a very traditionally based culture in a sense. I'm Shona. So it means you have to observe respect to your elders, to those who have more life experience than you, obviously. So Lucretius being from Zimbabwe means that though my names are Western and I talk about this like westernized society that I grew up in, being from there and spending time there on holidays and like my formative years being there gave me that blend of he knows where he comes from and he knows the world he's going into. And in that like crossroads, you find Lucretius Aurelius. My producer's name is Travis Coley. Yeah, he's an Indian guy, but the coolest Indian guy I've met in my life, right? He makes trap beats, he's super like hip hop, he has long hair, he looks like Jesus. He's the best, yeah? So how I met Travis is the reason why I always tell people this story. It's the blueprints for how to reach out to people and not leech, right? So he offered value first. So he got my number from a friend of mine, right? And normally when people get my number, I just don't reply. But he did the right thing and sent me 2 beats first before saying hi, right? So I got to listen and see what he's offering before I invested in the interaction. So I think that's what's really cool about him is like, he knew how to get my attention. And for any like aspiring artists and producers, I think that's a great takeaway. Show the value that you bring first and then everything else will follow after that. I have this amazing EP called The Lord of Monte Casino, actually, yes. Because as a teenager, I spent a fair amount of time running around Monte Casino, like learning about like life and people and socializing. So I feel as if there's some stories there. Because I was shy as a kid, I was very shy. And at Monty was the place where I would go almost every weekend and I would just like meet people and come out of that shell. So though people see it as, yeah, Monty's just a mall, to me it's like, yo, that's the place where I actually, became in a sense. So the EP is called The Lord of Monte Casino. Travis Coley's producing it. I'm on it, so you best believe it's fire. My favorite music video that I shot is called Asiatic 777. I shot that one in Zim. It was shot by Ronin, by Domain. Domain is a creative company / group / brand, everything, and they come out of Zimbabwe. Those guys are amazing. Like amazing. I met them through my friends from Zim, rappers too. Watch out for them. Union 5, OB Davids, and Denim Woods. So through these guys, they introduced me to Rowan. He's a videographer from Zim. He helped me shoot this Asiatic 777 video, and it was crazy. For the first time, I think at least, like the people got to see a Zimbabwean music video that looked like it was a Zimbabwean music video, as in I had cows in the background in one scene, I had this drink called Mazoe. It's concentrate, slaps. Right? And then I had Maputi, which is like maybe popcorn, but it's not popcorn, but it's kind of like popcorn. Basically, I had all these cultural nuances, right, for people to tether onto and latch onto this concept of, wait, it's kind of cool to be from Zim. I can be a Zimbo, you know, and still rap hard as hell and, like, you know, kill it. But it's just that beauty of, like, new school rap music meets an element of Africa that's genuine and authentic, and that's why I mess with that video so much. Like, that's my favorite. Yeah. Also, the cows are really scary. That was my first time, like, seeing cows in, like, real life. So musically, my inspirations, or people who've at least, like, shown love and put me in a position to learn and grow from watching them, has to be 3 people, right? So the one is Tumi Cladi. He was my dance coach at a point, and he was in a music video by Willow Smith, the whip my hair back and forth, I whip my hair back and forth. And he's the choreographer in the background doing hella backflips, just going. So he came back from the States and he had this mohawk, leather jacket, he had the black jeans, you know, he had the boots. And I remember that dance practice specifically because he'd come back and I was going to class, I think. And I noticed, like, just the way he looked. And to me, that was that first feeling of, whoa, like, he made it, like, he made it out in a sense, you know. He's on that platform, like that internationally recognized platform. So Tumi Cladi, definitely. Funny enough, in grade 11, when I had to go job shadowing, he's the one I went to go job shadow. I hit him up on Instagram and said, yo, Tumi, bro, I have to, you know, have someone to job shadow for school. And he said, well, I know you're rapping and stuff, so feel free to come and, like, chill out for the day. And it was super amazing. Like, he took me to a couple studios, showed me hella producers, like, he took me on a plane, a helicopter ride, actually. So that was Tumi Cladi. He's definitely, like, someone who's definitely shown me love. So Tumi, thank you, bro. Pretty Ugly as well. He was a dancer, but I never got to see him dance. But I saw him perform at Masters of Rhythm, and I remember seeing his hair and just his whole, like, appearance, and I realized the dancer could be a rapper, you know. And he's also one of those people that not often, but I've hit him up before asking for advice, like, how do you handle the attention from females? Like, how do you handle, like, this new wave of people caring about you? And he literally just said, like, it only phases you if it's new to you, you know? Like, people that have been getting attention for a while, it doesn't faze them. And that's the place you're trying to get to, so adopt that mentality now, you know? Like, stay focused, don't get distracted, just, you feel me, head on straight, just keep going. So that's Pretty Ugly. So thank you, Pretty Ugly. And then Nasty. Okay, so Nasty C is kind of an indirect, like, inspiration. So Nasty also has a funny story. So with Nasty, I was 15, I think, when I saw the Juice Bag video play on Trace. I remember that day. It was afternoonish. I just come back from school. I was sitting in the lounge. It was on Trace. I saw this dude rapping. The one line that made me pay attention was, what goes around comes back around like a blunt, right? So I was watching Nasty and I was like, bro, this guy can't be older than me. Like, he can't be that much older than me. He's at least in matric or something. And it messed with the way I was thinking, because it showed me that, whoa, someone my age can be successful, have bars, and still be relatable, like, have content that's authentic. So that was just cool to me. So he planted the whole idea, like, in my head. Like, seeing that gave me inspiration to be this right now.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance.
My musical process is very selfish. It's for me and only for me. And if I happen to make a good song out of that, cool. But it's very selfish. It's for me to get what I'm feeling inside onto a canvas from which I can analyze it or feel it fully, if that makes sense. So making music for me is just a way of, like, verbalizing or making into sound everything that I feel internally. So it's kind of like having a therapist that's there. So my musical process involves a lot of meditation, self-reflection. I have to be in a zone where I feel like being honest and I'm not gonna lie. And it's a lot of coaching. I tend to coach myself. I tend to overly analyze every little thing I do. So some songs I won't drop just because that one little word at the end, I don't think it's meant to be there yet. Like, I can't find a rhyme that's that good. You know, I mean a bar that rhymes but is good enough to be at the end, so I just won't drop the song. So I'm definitely a perfectionist to an extent, and that honestly comes from just watching Drake interviews or Lil Wayne interviews, where he says he spends nights in the studios just like fixing old songs, you know, or Young Thug makes 10 songs a day. The day I found out Young Thug made 10 songs a day, I had to up my work ethic, you know what I mean? So I realized as long as you take this seriously, like it's a job. To me, it's not a job because it's fun and I get to express myself and I love it with my whole soul, right? But if you treat it like a job, that focus and that energy and that work ethic, it translates. And the more seriously you take your music, the more serious your music will take you.
What is a king to a god? What is the ring to the odds? What is the Lord to a non-believer? Kanye West, no wide receiver.
So say someone brought me a time machine right now, like right this second, and took me back about 5 years. I would go to myself, I would be there watching myself learn how to use FL Studios, recording in my cupboard. I would walk up to myself, I'd knock, I'd open, and I'd say, trust me, it's gonna work. And don't listen to them. They just can't see it yet. Because I've learned that human beings can only see you through the shades of their own experience. So if someone has never been exposed to a potentiality, to them, it's not a potentiality, it's out of their field of vision, it doesn't exist. So most times it's not about you having a vision that's not gonna work, or like them not seeing it, it's about they can't see it yet, and it's your job to show them, to enlighten them, you know? So in that regard, I would tell everyone that's ever doubted me that they should learn from what I'm doing and also listen to that inner voice in them. Because the same people that told me that I wouldn't do it, funny enough, someone called me the other day, the same people that told me I wouldn't do it are calling me now, like this week, telling me they're proud of me, you know? And it's an interesting conversation to have when someone fully admits that, hey, I was wrong, like genuinely, I was wrong, and thank you for not listening to me. So trust me, it's possible, just keep going. Keep going, yeah.
Hey, what a stunner, I say to myself in the mirror, hey, I'm so pretty when I see myself, I shed a tear. Her body was the finest.